Hey everyone, this is Sean. Today we'll be creating our own delivery estimator that dynamically updates based on the current day a user is visiting our website. If we look at this example here of this horse necklace product, it is currently October 27th, and if I were to order this product today, right here below it says it will arrive between November 1st and November 6th. If instead I were to visit this website tomorrow, this will have updated to say November 2nd to November 7th. And these are really good for product pages because one of the biggest questions customers have is when will my product arrive? So this should really help increase your conversion rate by including something like this on your product page. So let's get started and see how to make our own delivery estimator. So what we're going to do first is download a library called day.js. And it's a very lightweight library that won't slow down your website, that helps us interact with time in very few lines of code. So if we click Get Started, let's go down to Downloads here on the left, and we'll click this first link here to get the latest version of day.js. Once we're here, what we want is the minified version of the file, so let's click that. We're going to select all of it and copy it to our clipboard. We're going to go back to our Shopify dashboard and go to the theme we're working on. So here I've created a theme called Delivery Estimator. We're going to go to Edit Code. On our left, we're going to go down to our Assets section, and we're going to create a new file, a blank file, and we're going to call it day.js.min, and this extension is going to be .js. Add that asset. Let's find that file here on the left. And we're going to paste in what we had copied earlier and save that. So now that we've created our day.js file, we want it to load when we're on a product page. It makes no sense to have it load on any other page besides the pages we are trying to load our delivery estimator on. So on the left here, let's go to our templates and find our product file. In some themes, it'll be product.json. In older themes, it'll be product.liquid. And that product.liquid file will probably lead to another file called product template. In my case, I'm being led to a section called main-product. So I'm going to find that here, main product. And we know we're on the right page because if I Control F search and look for the submit button here, this is actually the add to cart button. So I'm pretty sure I'm on a product page. In order to double check that, we can go to the top here, give ourselves some room, and just type in the word test, save that. And if we go to our product, the word test is rendered, so we know we're on the right page. So now we can go back to our code and delete our test text, and in its place we can write an opening script and a closing script tag. Within the opening script tag, we can type src equals and then 2 quotations. Within that, we'll do 2 opening curly brackets and 2 closing curly brackets. And within that, we're going to do a single quote and call our JavaScript file. So day.js.min.js, and close that with a single quotation. We're going to add a pipe, and then we're going to use a filter here to tell Shopify that this file is located within our asset folder. So we're going to do asset_URL and save that. So now when we go back to our store, if we right click, view page source, and if Control F, if we search for day.js, we'll see now that the file here, if we click it, the JavaScript is correctly loaded because we correctly found it within our asset folder. So now we actually have to find a spot to render our delivery estimator. And in my case, I'm going to put mine right below the add to cart button. So all it is a div and 1 paragraph. So opening and closing paragraph tags. And I'm going to type in, this is a unique product. Get it between today and tomorrow. And I'm actually going to wrap my today text, which will dynamically pull from our JavaScript eventually, in a span. Same thing with the tomorrow text. Span. And I'm going to give the first span an ID of earliest day. And the second span is going to be an ID of latest day. I'm going to actually give this the div an ID as well of delivery date estimator. Here we go. And let's save that and see how it looks on the front end. And this is a unique product. Get it between today and tomorrow. Perfect. So now we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of our file, and right above where our schema starts is where we're going to enter our JavaScript. So let's type our opening and closing script tags. And we're going to get that ID of the first span we created by typing document.get element by ID, and make sure that the E, the B, and the I are capitalized. And the name of the ID we gave our span was earliest day. Close that. And what we're wanting to change is the inner HTML. So dot inner HTML. And we're going to set that to, let's say, the number 7. And we're going to put a semicolon here. Save that. Refresh our store, and we'll see that the word today has been replaced with the number 7. And that'll happen every time the page is loaded. So we want to replace this number 7 with a date that is dynamically updated based on the current day a customer is visiting our website. So this is where day.js comes into play. If we visit the documentation on the day.js website, we go down to manipulate and add. They actually have something exactly like what we need. So I'm just going to copy this here. And what it's going to do is as simple as that. It's going to add 7 days to the current day. So let's save that and see what it looks like on the front end. And here we can see that prints out Wednesday the 3rd, November 2021, and it even gives us the time. In my case, I don't want all that information. So if we go back to the documentation, go to display and then format, we can see here we can change up how we display our date. In my case, I quite like the 3-lettered month, and for the day I like it when it's 1 digit. So that is 3 capital M's and 1 capital D. So if we go back here at the very end, dot format, and we're going to do 3 capital M's, 1 capital D, and save that, and go back to our store. And now all we're printing is November 3rd. We're going to do the same thing, copy this here, paste it below. We're doing the same thing for our second span that we had given the ID of latest day. And let's say I have really fast delivery time, and the earliest you'll get my package is 3 days, and the latest is 5 days. So let's save. And now the package will arrive between October 30th and November 1st. I'm also going to go in and add some stylistic changes to our delivery estimator. So let's go up here. I'm going to make this is unique product, period, and I'm going to add a line break here, capitalize the G, and I'm going to get rid of this period at the end, go back down to our script, and right above that, add some style tags. Call our earliest day as well as our latest day, and we're going to, just to make sure the month of the year and the day of the month don't get separated, I'm going to do white space, no wrap, and save that. Let's see here, and it looks a bit better there. So that wraps up our delivery estimator. The only problem is it's not unique to our products. Right now, every single product on our store is going to have a estimated delivery time between 3 and 5 business days. But what if we have certain products that we don't even want to display delivery estimator? What if we have products that we want to say get delivered much later than this one that gets delivered in 3 to 5 days? In this case, we could write a bunch of if statements wrapped around this script tags. We could write if we're on our horse necklace page, then display this script. If we're on a different product page, then display another script that has these numbers changed to something else. But that gets quite repetitive, and we're going to have to be doing that every time we add a product to our store. And let's say we're building this out for a client who doesn't want to deal with any coding. Instead, what I propose is we handle something like this using product tags, and that's something our client should be comfortable doing. And all it would take is adding certain tags here that control the earliest arrival date and the latest arrival date for certain products. So we need to come up with some sort of tagging structure. In my case, I came up with earliest day, followed by however many days it will take the package to get to me the earliest. So in this example, I just set that to 5, and I create another tag, latest day, and set the following number to however many days the package will get the latest to me. Save that. So now we need to write some code that can take our tags and determine when a product has the tag latest day and earliest day, and see what numbers follow those tags and plug those numbers into their respective areas within our script. Let's go to the top of the file, and above our script call where we call day.js, we're going to create a variable that holds all of our tags for a certain product. So in Liquid, to do that, we do open curly bracket %, assign, and we're going to give ourselves the variable name all tags string. And we're going to set that equal to product.tags. So not only that, if this were to print right now to the screen, all tags string would just display all the tags as one giant word, and there'd be no way for our code to know when a tag ended and when a tag started. So we need to give it a joiner. So we're going to add pipe there and join, and I'm going to give it join these tags by something unique that's unlikely to be a tag itself. So we're going to do ampersand exclamation mark spacer exclamation mark ampersand, close that, %, and curly bracket. And now I'm also going to copy this variable name I created, and we're going to display it on the screen. So to do that, 2 open curly brackets, the variable name, 2 closing curly brackets. Save that. And now when we go back to our store, we can see that the string of all of our tags is displayed perfectly. And between each tag, we have this spacer text I created. And here we can see our earliest day 5 and latest day 10. So I then want to somehow check whether or not my product contains the earliest day tag, and if it does, I want to take the digit that follows it and plug that into our day.js calculation. So let's create an if statement. So if all tags string contains earliest day, and let's close our if statement. Let me go in between there. I'm going to create a variable here. So I'm going to create a variable called earliest day split and assign, have it equal to all tags string, and I'm going to split that string by the word earliest day. And what this will do is create an array, and the contents of that array will be all the stuff before the word earliest day and everything after the word earliest day. So what I'm going to do, we're going to display this on the screen. Let me add a line break here, and we're going to see earliest day split, and we're going to get the first occurrence of that in our array. And I also I want to see the second one as well here. So we're going to get that there, save. And now here we can see on the front end, it's displaying, here's our all strings variable where it's all everything. And here's the first part of our split and the second part of our split. And as you can see, it used the word earliest day to split everything in half. So earliest day is nowhere to be found anymore between the first half and the second half of this split. And now we need to somehow get this 5 and assign it to our day.js area. So now if you'll notice, uh, right after our number 5, we have our unique spacer text that we created. And we're going to use that to separate all of our tags and get the first tag, which is the number we want. So we're going to create another variable here. Very similar to the split we did above, but this time we're going to split the second group of text that we created here. So it's going to be this text here, which corresponds to this right here. And we're going to split that by our spacer text. There's that, and let's close that up. I'm going to create another variable, and this is actually going to hold our actual value that we want, so it's our final steps. So we'll hold earliest day value, and we're going to set that equal to this variable we created here, but we're going to set it to the first array index that we just got, which would be the number 5. So this is getting the first index of the array we just created, and we're going to also add the number 0 to it just to convert it into a number. Save that. And now when we call this variable here, earliest day value, let's give ourselves a line break. Save. Now on the front end, we can see here that 5 is the only remaining thing, and that's what we have. So it's working. And now we can plug this variable into the bottom of our script. So now here for our earliest day, in place of the number 3, we'll paste that variable here, save that, and now we have get it between November 1st and November 1st, which is exactly what we expect because this variable here contains the number 5, and we've manually put in the number 5 here. So now if we were to go back into our tags, delete the earliest day 5 tag from this product and create an earliest day, let's say 3 tag. Save that. Go back to our storefront, November 1st currently. If we refresh, we'll see that it's changed to October 30th, which is 3 days from today. And now all that's left to do is copy our code and do the exact same thing for our latest day variable. So I'm just going to get rid of these lines where we were printing to the screen just to make sure everything was working. So we'll delete this one here, and this one here. Let me just pretty this up a little bit. And we're just going to copy this, paste it again, and I'm going to change earliest day to latest day here, latest day again, and all of my variables where I call it as well. So latest, I'm going to change this as well. Latest, and here's that one there, and that one there. So latest. Save that, and now I'm going to take this latest day value, and we're going to plug it in here, double curly brackets, double curly brackets again, save, and now between October 30th and November 6th. I'm going to do one more check to make sure our product even contains our earliest day tag and our latest day tag, and if they don't, then I don't want to even display the delivery estimator or run the JavaScript that is necessary to do so. So above here, I'm going to do if all tags string contains earliest day and all tags string contains latest day, then I'll execute the code below. So end if. I'm going to do the same thing with the JavaScript at the very bottom. And the same thing with the container of the delivery estimator. Save that. And now when a product doesn't have these tags, it won't render the delivery estimator at all, or the JavaScript that could be slowing the page down. So let's remove these tags here. Save. Let's go back here and refresh. Sometimes tag updating takes a moment, so we might need to give this a second. Still there. Give it a few more seconds. And it's gone. And that's it. The last thing I'm going to do is remove our placeholder text today and tomorrow so that our spans are completely empty, so that when the JavaScript is executed, it just plugs that data right in. But that pretty much wraps up our delivery estimator. Hopefully this helps you guys and helps increase your conversion rate. And if you've made this for a client, hopefully they appreciate how simple it is to add tags to their products and come up with unique delivery estimate ranges. There are a few edge cases I can think of, and maybe you guys have thought of a few, but here's one. What if, for example, your client adds more than one tag to their product that says the same thing? So it says earliest day 5 and earliest day 10. What would happen? Maybe you guys can come up with a solution to that problem. Let me know in the comments below. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.